Now it's time for the big fat idea. Thomas Beattie is with me. He's CEO of Voleo. First, Thomas, I really appreciate you finding time on the long weekend. And this is kind of a cool deal, though. When you look at specific ideas and what we're doing, the whole financial tech industry, the fintech, is really fascinating.
It certainly is, Mike.
Tell us, how, your approach. Of course, you're in that business, but what's the specific big fat idea?
It's the delivery of financial services through better technology, and it isn't actually new. It's a great buzzword, but ATMs are a good example from the late 1960s, and now it's about leveraging mobile technology to improve customer experience and cut costs.
To me, it's sort of taking that sort of social network, that we're so familiar now with Airbnb and so many others. I'm sorry, I mean that's just a limited example, but. So many others like Uber, et cetera, but joining people together, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Give me an example why you think this is a good idea for individuals to look into.
It's about lower cost, lower risk, and because of wisdom of crowds. What we're trying to do is take power from Wall Street and give it to Main Street.
Okay, give us a hint how they do that.
They're going to take investment from a solitary chore to a fun and collaborative exercise. We're enabling people who know one another to combine their assets and knowledge and make decisions as a team. And what that does, because everybody has a vested interest in your success, is it improves your outcomes.
I'm sort of thinking like this is sort of the modern version of the investment club, as you say, pooling people's intelligence. Or it makes me smile because I'm thinking of you want to be a millionaire. They found out when they asked the crowd how much more accurate they were than on individual basis.
That's exactly what it is, Mike. And we're just enabling people to use their mobiles to propose, discuss, and vote on trades which execute automatically on majority.
How would they play it in Canada?
What they're going to do is use our application, currently available as a simulator in the app stores as Voleo Simulator, to make decisions, proposing on their phones and tracking each person's decisions so that you can learn from what you've done and prove to your team how things would have gone if everyone had listened to you.
Oh God, can you imagine if we could apply that to public policy? I mean, how about a little accountability?
Well, that's it.
With the idea of learning something.
Yeah. Builds a community you can learn from and trust.
Again, let's come back a little bit to how individuals can participate. Is there a specific thing that they can approach, like, a crowdfunding portal, for example, or in Canada, other lending platforms are out there?
There's a lot of fantastic ways to play the fintech opportunity in Canada. Some of those are public and some are private companies. When you use a platform like ours, which is now in testing but will be live next year, I think you're going to be able to invest in whatever sectors and whatever opportunities that you find interesting. But if you want to talk about fintech as a broader opportunity, there's a couple of great listed companies in Canada you could look at.
Well, give us a couple that we will. We can put them on our radar and see if obviously, individuals always check if it's appropriate for them, but at least we could put it on our radar.
Yeah, just in terms of some of the ones that are listed. TO Networks, it's serving the underbanked, enabling payments. A couple $100 million market cap, profitable, nice gross margins, a good example. And another is Mogo, a lending platform doing prepaid credit cards that track spending and soon getting into mortgages. Smaller company, 40 million market cap. Fascinating way to play fintech.
And again, this is we're fair. I appreciate what you said when you went back to online banking, ATMs. It's not like the concept is strange to us, but the way it's being applied now and the success of it. How long should I expect to hold these kind of things? I mean, it seems to me like you're in the early stage. I know I'm uncomfortable saying that, but it's not necessarily something you're looking to trade.
This is a sweeping trend that will benefit long-term investors. In the short term, you're mostly exposed to changes in valuation that are driven by sentiment. We saw some of that sentiment last week with Brexit. In the long run, the driver of returns is going to be earnings and earnings growth. And finance is a hugely lucrative sector. The top 6 banks earned more than $30 billion last year.
This is great stuff. I'm so glad you had a chance to introduce it to us. Thomas Beattie, he's the CEO of Voleo, Voleo. Thomas, have a terrific rest of the long weekend. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Mike.